Hello, brilliant baristas. Instead of doing cUpdates part, I think I'm just going to do one every Monday after I post the schedule. Make it a little more routine for everyone and also for me, and try to keep up on the news and keeping everyone on the same page. All right, so moving on. We are still talking about customer experience, and we need to all suggest food to every customer, every transaction, at least 2 different food offerings. There's 2 reasons for that. One reason is the business model for Impress Coffee includes either 2 drinks or drink and food for each customer or for each ticket. So we have the business set up and its finances set up and everything to be a $10, $8 to $10 average ticket, which we've been hitting lately, and it's been wonderful. So the other thing is it brings professionalism and cohesiveness to the hut. So I would like everyone to start greeting customers with, "Hi, how are you? Welcome. Would you like to start with oatmeal, or can I toast you some croissant, or toast you a croissant?" I chose those because it's winter. Those are warm. If you would like to, "Hi, welcome. Have you tried our lemon bars or our crazy stupid good brownies?" But let's have it be at the beginning when you say hello to customers, even customers that are our most regulars. And I'm going to be checking up on this and helping everybody if you need role play or some signs up in the window. However I can help you get comfortable asking customers and talking to customers about food. I don't know if I mentioned the second reason. The second reason and important reason is that it's kind of the full experience. You know, if you're going to a fine dining restaurant, you want to try an appetizer, an entree, a dessert, or at least an appetizer, an entree, and or entree and dessert, you know. Or if you go to the movies and you want to get popcorn and a drink for the movie, it's kind of this full package experience when you go to a coffee shop to also get a sweet treat or a yummy savory treat or a warm treat or, you know, but a treat with your drink. So it is offering and talking about and keeping in mind the full experience for our customers by asking them if they want food, a snack. The A-frames with the balloons, it's changed since I made this cUpdate. We're trying to have the A-frames be more semi-permanent, like just so that we don't have to take them in or out. If Midshift could keep an eye on them, go check them and let me know, or let the manager on duty know if they need attention, if they're blown over, if the balloons are popped or small, or if the whatever, but give them a check. We this slide is also about what it's like for customers to be coming through our drive-through, and just working towards getting Impress Coffee as refined and recognizable as a professional, established business. So, businesses have posters everywhere, or flyers, or signs, and so we're working on all of that. And also, we're working on getting posters and signs on the fence area, on the fence in the area in the drive-thru for people to look at and enjoy before they get to the hut. Also a menu board out there somehow. Everyone's welcome to wear the dinosaur costumes on the corner. You let me know if that's something you'd like to do. I think on slow days, if people get cut early, it will be a option, not mandatory in any way. The sign and costume on the corner will always be optional, never mandatory. But if it's something you would like to do instead of going home, that could definitely be an option. Kids drinks, drinks around the world, the Monday, Tuesday dollar days. I was also thinking Monday, Tuesday, I would need to look at the numbers and see if we can do like a $2 hot chocolate on Mondays and Tuesdays as well, so that it's not just a drip coffee, but it reaches people who might not drink coffee. All right. I didn't set the timer this one. I just have to kind of watch the clock. I think I started about 4 minutes ago. We'll see. Okay. This next slide is about safety. I want you all to picture how we wear our seatbelt. We wear our seatbelt for safety. I've never been in a car accident, knock on wood. I've known people who have been in quite a few, but I've never been in a car accident. But there's also a fine if you don't wear your seatbelt, right? But what if, I want you all to picture for just a minute, what if you got caught without wearing your seatbelt? Let's say you got in an accident and you weren't wearing your seatbelt, or you got pulled over and you weren't wearing your seatbelt, and the fine was $200,000. Like, the fine was so much that you couldn't buy a house, you couldn't go to college, like, the fine was life-changing. So if one of our employees as a business gets hurt and they're not clocked in, it could cost us our business. So that's why it feels so significant and important for me as a business owner. It's absolutely no working off the clock or even being in the hut off the clock. So if I know a lot of you will say in your mind, if I get hurt, I won't say anything, or I won't. But if you legitimately get hurt, you know, a real bad burn or a cut, or God forbid anything else that makes it so you need real medical care. So you go to the hospital and they are trained to figure out how you got hurt, where you got hurt, why you got hurt, and who's responsible for your injury. And even if you want to or not, it doesn't matter. They will come after our business if you get hurt and you're an employee and you're off the clock. If you like it or not, if you choose to or not, it's not your choice. If you get hurt, they'll come after our business. So if you're clocked in and working, we have insurance for that. We have insurance for customers getting injured. We do not have insurance for people being we don't have insurance for people who come in off the clock. So it really is a black and white. You can't come in the hut, and you can't work without being on the clock. Now, if it's busy and you are seeing that it's busy, that's what I'm for, or whatever manager is on duty that day but not at the hut, that's what they're for. So either I or Kaylee, Shelby's going to be a temporary manager when both Kaylee and I are gone. That's who you call to come in, or you call them and they'll give you the permission to clock in. So that's how that works. So if you go to the hut and it's busy and you feel like you want to help, what you do first is call either me or Kaylee or Shelby, matters who's the manager on duty that day. That's what you do first, is you call one of us, and then you'll get the okay to clock in and help, or the manager will run in and help. But if it's a 2 or even 3 car line, or 2 or 3 customer line, you know, with DoorDash or the window, it matters what the drinks are. It matters the time of day. If there's backup needed, if there's a super big order, if it's a time of day where people are trying to get back to work from their lunch break, or to work in the morning, or home after school, you know, if there's a time of day where it feels people will need to be in a hurry, that's an element to consider, and also how busy each order is. But most of those times are already to baristas, which for us right now is just the morning, but and sometimes, and on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it covers the afternoon as well. So yeah, please mention that you understand that you cannot work off the clock in your comment. Okay, and then also our schedule is a legal document, so if you ever switch shifts, be sure you let me know, or a manager, and you should get approval first, but I know sometimes it happens last minute, and that's okay. But I do have to update the schedule, and it kind of goes in the same, like working off the clock and legalities and stuff. So you got to let me know. I need to know who's in the shop when and have record of it. Again, on the safety thing, don't serve walk-ups in the drive-through. That is something that the city has told us not to do, that it is something we can be fined over. And also the A-frames can't be in the sidewalk. That's something we can be fined over. I put that on the bottom there. So the A-frames up by the street on the corner, they're fine. They're good. They're off the sidewalk. But sometimes baristas have put one of our A-frames on our sidewalk in front of our hut. But no signs on sidewalks and no walk-ups at drive-through. Just let them know we have a walk-up window on the other side. Typically, they're just fine with that. But we cannot serve people who are walking up in the drive-through. Okay. We are getting through this slow period. We're doing it. We're getting through. But for the success of Impressed Coffee, you have to watch your waste. We are figuring out ways to measure waste, both with inventory, but we're also probably going to start having a bucket system in the hut where you're dumping your milk and big train waste, and we are measuring how much is going in the garbage every day. So watch your waste. We're going to be measuring it. We're going to be tracking it. We've got to minimize it as much as possible. It happens sometimes, but I want everyone to be focusing on minimizing it as much as you can. Everything needs to be rung in first before it's made. So shift drinks, drinks for customers, they all have to be rung in first. It's kind of like the grocery store, you can't really, some people do, but you shouldn't really pop open that drink or start eating that apple before you pay for it. So, and shift drinks need to be in your own cup or a patio mug. But if you use a cup, disposable cup, then you'll need to pay 50%. I did a quick calculation the other day, and each barista using a cup every day is $54 a month, and so that is half of a waste tank pump, or it's half of a box of Big Train. So it's those little things that will help us get through this slow time right now. So please bring your own cup, or use a patio cup for your 2 free drinks each shift. And if you leave with drinks in our disposable mugs, those should be paid for half. So you can leave with a drink, but it still needs to be in a reusable cup. We've started formal accounting, which is super exciting. Kaylee helped me with the first official inventory, so that next month we can figure out our first real report card. How much product we brought in, how much product we sold, how much product we wasted, and get our first real, how we're doing. Congratulations, Kaylee, on your promotion. Your dedication and hard work is a wonderful inspiration to everybody, and I love having you as assistant manager. So congratulations, and welcome, Reese. It's so nice having you here. I don't know if you all know that Reese helped name the Fuzzy Archer drink way back when we were first opening. So it was super exciting to have Reese, and I love Reese's calm and collected professional demeanor, and it's a real great addition to the vibe of the hut. So welcome. Okay, our break even to pay for rent and labor and food costs. Our break even every day is $600. We are still averaging right about that. We were dipping down to averaging high 500s for a little while. But this last week we went back up into the 600s on average. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays are, $400 and $500 sales. And then we've got to have those $700 on Friday, Saturday, Sunday to break even. So like I said earlier, food sales, just good customer service, just, A game, which you guys all have in spades. You guys are amazing. Black Friday didn't happen. We tried, but it didn't work out. It's a human world and humans are flawed. Our hats didn't work out. Our mugs didn't come out in time. So we are still working on getting those things together for Christmas gifts for people to get. We do have our gift cards with envelopes now so that they do look more gift-like. And we have our coffee, our retail coffee, and also we're going to assemble some chocolate-covered espresso beans to have as a offering for sale. And then hopefully next year for this time we'll have our beanies, our t-shirts, and all of that. So this time I'm going to work on getting it well ahead of Christmas time. All right. I'm thinking of bringing a box of a stack of plastic boxes over to have our, I don't know, they were going to have the hats and everything in it. So once we do have a retail offering put together, I'd like to have it nice and organized for you guys with the bags and some tissue paper and all that, so it's really easy for you guys to set it up and get it together for customers. Couple other shout outs. Like I mentioned a moment ago, Shelby is going to step up and be manager on duty while both Kaylee and I are gone for the 21st through the 28th. Thank you, Shelby, very much. I know we can count on you. You're very responsible and reliable, and I feel like it's going to be okay in your hands for sure. Tina is now ninja level. Congratulations, Tina. So awesome. She's making all of the drinks. She's running the hut by herself. As some of you have noticed, she worked every day, couple weeks. Total ninja level. So that's awesome. Ashley, thank you so much for taking Bean and caring about him so much. It really does mean a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to everyone who fell for those kittens. And thank you for always being sweet and uplifting to customers and your coworkers. You're a real gem, and we're real lucky to have you at Impressed. And Kate, we miss you, but oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you with school, and you're gonna do it. You're getting to the end. Thank you for sticking around, Kate, even just the once on Saturday or every other Saturday, because you're such an important part of Impressed. Customers and coworkers love you so much. So yeah, we have such an amazing team. Beautiful, wonderful team. I think that's the last slide. It is. Okay. Woo! And I think I made 15 minutes, maybe just a little bit over. Please also put in your comments your favorite of our food offerings. My favorite is the croissant, and I just had one of our donuts, and I microwaved it for the 17 seconds, and it was incredible. It was so yummy. Rick and I keep a crazy stupid good brownie flat in our freezer, is how much we love those, so we eat it all the time. So what are some of your favorites? And also acknowledge that you understand that there is no working off the clock period ever. And any shout outs that you want to give to a coworker or Impressed Coffee Co. All right. Thank you all so much.